Hey everyone, it's Warren from NQ Explorers, and my good mate Steve Moore's with me all the way from the US of A. G'day Steve.
Hey, good to be here.
Yeah, so where we are today is a World War II Army camp, one of my favourite detecting locations. We're going to go out there today and see if we can get a few coins and maybe some nice World War II relics in memory of the soldiers that served in this camp. And Steve, I know, is a very much into the World War II history, written many books on the subject. This is the kind of place you love hunting.
Yeah, it's going to be perfect. We've got the Vortex out here, both of us VX-9s. We've got the Viper coil and the Ripper coil. So a lot of iron, a lot of trash out here, probably this World War II camp. So we ought to be able to sneak through it, maybe find a button, a buckle, a coin or two if we're lucky, but yep. Who knows, right?
Awesome. Okay, well, let's get into it and stop talking.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Okay, I'm on the board with the first World War II relic. It was a solid 62 with the VX-9 and the Viper coil. You can hear the button as I pulled it off the coil there. And it's a jungle button from an Australian Army jungle uniform. Not off the wool serge jackets where you get the domed Australia buttons, but that's definitely World War II, Australian Army jungle button. Well, this is clearly an old rubbish pit, and off the side we've got a beautiful old blue bottle. Pity it's not complete. That'll be World War II, but I'm not sure of its function. Probably medical or poison or something, I'm not sure. No embossing or labels or any kind of markings at all, but nice bit of blue glass. Next target's a fired 303. A lot of this stuff is really shallow. I'll just give you a bit of a demo of the audio here. I've got 5 tones set on the Vortex VX-9 today, so I've got all that variability. So I'm not just getting the target IDs on the screen, I'm getting different audio responses from just different targets, which is a really good help in deciding what to dig in this old World War II site. We've got a sort of repeatable 78 here. Could be another 303 round because they do present that way in one direction. But it's presenting, oh, I'm getting an 81 in the other direction. And this little prickle bush. Let's have a crack at a live dig and risk the embarrassment that may entail. But anyway, let's see what we get. It's only going to be shallow, whatever it is. There's the topsoil layer. And it's moved already. That's what you envision there. Solid 78. Oh, and it's a bottle top. It's a cordial bottle lid. Been quiet for about 15 minutes, but it's got a lovely banging repeatable there, and then we've got another 303. Yeah, that's fired. Just the casing left. Some of them aren't fired. You can see where the pin hasn't hit them, and they've been exploded in a bushfire, but that's definitely been fired. Nice one. Yeah, this finds a little bewildering. It's a bit of folded copper. It's a round disc with 2 slots in it. Not sure what it is. Solid 89 repeatable on the Vortex. A little bit strange I found it here, and I'll show you why now. Because it's right next to this. A huge ablution block slab. I would have thought everyone's done around the edges of this slab, but whether they've found it and dumped it, but it was like 4 inches down. I'll try to see if there's any markings or anything on that. Could be the beginnings of some trench art, I don't know. We'll clean it up and get a better look at it and see what it might be.
We got a decent signal right up against the slab, which is kind of cool. With this little 5x8, you can get up there and really get on stuff. Some of it's been World War II era bullets and stuff, but this squeaked a little bit higher. Looks like, is that a button? Check that out.
What is that?
Looks like it might be a button attached to some fabric or something.
Oh, definitely.
Looks like it's still attached to part of a uniform.
I don't know what that is. I'll have to get a... I can't make out that emblem.
I don't know what that is.
You know what? Looks like a Kiwi.
Is it?
It's probably New Zealand Army. Oh, I have not found a New Zealand Army button in here before, so that's probably what it is.
Let's see, let me break out my whole brush here.
It looks like a Kiwi. Like the Australian Army buttons are a map of Australia with Australian military forces written on them. Do you reckon it's a Kiwi bird?
Yeah, look at that. It's a bird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, got a big piece of wire a second ago, but
oh, okay.
Got a high signal up here. There may be more trash.
Oh.
Moved it, whatever it was.
Nice and clean and compact.
whatever it is. It's this metallic slag.
Yeah.
I've got a few pieces of that rings up real good, but
no, that's the top of a toothpaste or a tinea tube. See,
it's all burnt up.
Yeah, it's been burnt. Yeah. It's a dump. It's a World War II burn there. Yeah, you can see.
They've been throwing their trash, so
yeah,
that's a good sign.
That big slab up there could be a mess hall because it's a huge slab. It's not an ablution block. Well, here's my next find. I didn't dig it up. It was just sunbaker in this non-sunned environment, but it's the bottom of a flare round World War II. You can see that big slab there where Steve's working. Lots of activity in this area in front of us, so we're going to concentrate on this for the next 30 or 40 minutes. Well, Steve and I are just heading back to the car for a bit of lunch, cold drink. We've been operating about 200 metres apart, kind of as a recon team, and just sort of calling each other over when we find a slab or a bit of a hot spot. A few rounds of 303 there. Steve got that awesome Kiwi button so far. I've got that bit of folded brass that I'll investigate closely when I get back and clean it up. But as far as the camp goes, history-wise, it was a battalion transit camp, not so much training. We're not seeing slit trenches and that kind of thing in here where they were doing rifle training or gun pit training. It's more just a transit camp where they might have been here a few days, dropped off in the trucks and back to the docks for a ship up into the islands, back into action. So that's the kind of nature of the camp that we're in today. Righto, it's after lunch. These three finds here, which I've dropped on the ground, I didn't do any live digs. They're quite interesting. We've got three in quick succession within a metre of each other. So you've got a live 303 round. I'm not going to take that on the plane home with me, I'll rebury that. A 9mm slug. And what it looks like is the cartridge to the 9mm. That was separate. It's possibly the same round. But has that been fired? No. Perhaps that's the same round, but they were several feet apart. So they're interesting little finds there. Now all those three finds I got with the 5x8 accessory coil on the VX-9. After lunch, Steve and I swapped over. He's gone on the Viper. He's gone on a big recon loop up round through these slabs up the back in the bush here where he got that Kiwi button. I stayed around here working slowly around the rocks and into the tight spots with a little 5x8, and I got those three items of ammunition within quick succession. So that's a great little coil to add to your arsenal, along with the standard 11.5 that comes with the Vortex. The little 5x8 ripper coil actually is a ripper. Righto, hot on the heels of those couple of live rounds that Steve's caught out over in the bush with a bit of a Kiwi, and he's amongst these cut logs, and he's got a decent find by the sound of it.
Yeah, I think I finally got my coin.
Oh, yeah.
Wiping on it, it says 1/2 cent, I think, or 1/2 penny or something.
Yeah, halfpenny.
Halfpenny.
1/2 penny. That'll be wartime.
Yeah, I don't know the side of that, but you can read the...
Oh, that's a Commonwealth penny. That's well pre-war. That's a nice old coin.
Yeah.
That's a KG5 probably.
Read like 77 or so.
Yeah, look at that awesome patina on that thing.
Oh yeah.
That's a nice one. That's a great find.
I wiped off enough on where you can see the 1/2 on there, but I haven't touched this side. This side looks kind of toasted up, but
it'll say Commonwealth of Australia 1/2 penny.
Would the date be on?
It's below on the writing side, not the king side. Down the bottom in the centre.
Yeah.
Could be a 30s or a 20s or as far back as a 1911. That kind of coin. So Steve's on the Viper. We switched over at lunchtime. He's pinged that out next to this old, well, it's a chainsaw cut stump, but that's probably part of the army's doing.
Yeah.
Got a number there?
I don't have my glasses on, but you might be able to make it out.
Oh, I need glasses more than you do. Boy, that's in nice condition.
Yeah, we'll get a picture of it in a bit and see what the date is.
It's nice because the soil's sandy. That's awesome.
Yeah, finally got a coin.
Nice.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yep.
And the reason he got that probably is because up there you can see my Vortex leaning against the tree. There's a big flat area that's been benched by the soldiers and probably a row of tents just in there. So they've been heading downhill here to go to have a shower, and they've dropped a halfpenny next to an old tree. Ripper.
This ground out here is pretty hot. It'll ground balance well up in the 90s, and there's patches with these little bitty pebbles where it hits like 83. It sounds almost like a target. I'll switch over to single frequency to check out this target. And it's giving a pretty good signal on that. But when I check it with multi-frequency, go over there, I have no iron boundary on. It's already broken up. Pretty good grunt. It gets a little bit of a signal that way, like that. But if I go in here into my iron boundary, put a few clicks of that on there, I can see it bouncing badly at lower scale, middle scale, terribly, you know, broken up target at this point. So in this kind of hot ground, the multi-frequency gives you a little bit of advantage and better target ID.
Right, look, this is the 5x8. I'm still on that. Steve's on the Viper, and as Steve just mentioned, that little sequence we just did, the Vortex is still punching deep. I mean, multi-frequency in this ground, except ground balance is 91, 92 in this bauxite gravel. Anyway, solid 83 repeatable, and I've got myself a halfpenny by the look of it. I've caught up. That's a ripper, World War II halfpenny. It looks like mine's going to be a Roo halfpenny. Awesome. Vortex in the 5x8. Yeah, okay, well I haven't checked the hole. Let's just check this little spot here. I'm just off the side of one of the old World War II tracks. Could be more coins. Nice one. Well, I haven't much moved from that spot where I got the halfpenny just there. I've got a couple of 303s. Now this is a bit of rusty iron. I'm not sure if that's World War II. And then I've got this doohickey. Function unknown, but definitely World War II period. That hole there was a 303. And then we've got this, which is a high 75 repeatable. Nice. Okay, this little bush here is surrounded by targets, and I just got this. I thought I'd get you out to see it come out of the ground. And I thought it was alive. It looked like it was a live round, but it's another shot 303. We had a little hotspot actually. Coin, doohickey, and several 303 rounds. Okay, got 67, 69. More than likely it's another 303 hole. Yes, and it is. Fired. Yes. Okay, productive little spot, isn't it? More than likely another 303. Yep. There you go.
Okay, so after digging that fifth one, I finally decided I got to go find more and get him up here. Maybe he can find another coin or something too. But on the rock, I've got 5 coins, and you can see this crater I've been digging out. Every time I go deeper, I found another coin. So give it a few more swings, see if anything else grunts over here.
Yeah, well, I walked up the rock and my heart sank because I thought they were 2 cent coins, but they're definitely not that. They've got some Asian characters on them, so they're definitely going to be World War II vintage coins that have come back probably from Southeast Asia, from an Australian digger. And he's dumped them under this old gum tree 80 years ago, and Steve's come along and dug them up. Now these are a really interesting find. He's got 5, so let's go live and see if we can get a couple more. We're back to the live action. You can hear that hot ground crackling there.
Yeah, I just keep moving the ground back, and then when I get it back a little bit, I've got another signal or 2.
Yeah. It's just about a pinpointer job at this point.
Yep.
Look how deep they were.
Some of them were shallower, some of them were deeper.
Okay, but you're in multi?
Yeah, I'm in multi with 0. So right. I had the scrim going earlier, and then I started finding out, like Warren was telling me, these repeatable targets are worth digging. And sure enough, some of these were repeatable, but high tone grunt at best. A couple of them, the deepest one was just a grunt.
So we've both been running in 0 discrimination because between the large concrete slabs, there's big voids of nothingness. There's not even a repeatable target. But as you can see, probably in the last hour, we've got pretty hot. We've got a couple of coins, now separately, the halfpennies, the Australian coins. Now Steve's hit this really interesting historical Southeast Asian patch. I'm really excited to find out what these coins are and the years on them. There could be some sort of colonial coin, or we don't know what they are yet.
I'm going to give these to you so I'm not picking up that signal.
Yeah.
We'll work around this rock some more, because right around this rock's where this guy put them.
You may want to grab that other machine with the ripper coil on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, old mate just dumped them behind the tree, said, bugger this, I'm not carrying these back into combat. And he's dumped them. What was the target ID on them, Steve?
Huh?
What was your target ID on these?
Like I said, the first one was high tone. I never looked at a target ID. Okay. I have no idea. Something down the rock, and I'll tell you, or something on the ground.
They're pretty much
68 to 71. 71 now that I'm steady on it.
Mid-tones. So, yeah. And of course they would have been sitting at all sorts of weird angles. It's not just where they're dropped, it's the fact that they've been there 80 years through all the thunderstorms and the rain and the water that's filtered through the soil. But boy, that is a really great find for a World War II camp. I love this kind of thing where you're actually finding items that the diggers themselves brought back from their adventures in Southeast Asia, if you want to call them adventures. But this is really interesting. It will put up some good still pics of these coins and identify them to year and country, and maybe come up with a bit of a story about how they got here in this army camp in a remote spot in Australia. But Steve's still working on this spot. We'll be back to you shortly if we get any more coins out of it. Okay, here we are with the wrap up. We've had an awesome day, Steve and I. Probably 5 hours in here, Steve?
Yeah, we've worked it pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah, we have. We swapped coils at the halfway point, both using Vortexes, and we've come up with the goods here. Let's have a look at the finds that were pulled out of the ground here this afternoon in this old World War II camp. We'll start with my meagre finds. That's a Dixie handle. I mean, that's obviously iron. Some kind of doohickey, function unknown. That's a 43 halfpenny, which looks a bit toasted around the edge now that I've cleaned it. That's a jungle shirt button off an Australian Army jungle shirt. That's a flare base. That's some sort of brass bolt. Okay, we've got the ammunition. Live 303, that's a 9mm with the cartridge and the bullet itself. They weren't together. Some kind of doohickey that could be a radio part or a vehicle instrument panel. I think likewise with that, the one I got off the side of the concrete slab you saw me dig. And tarp grommets. Now this is like a little medical tinning tube. Getting into Steve's stuff here. Now this Kiwi button that we looked at, look, New Zealand Army buttons don't look like that. They've got the Southern Cross on it. When we looked at it carefully, it's Kiwi boot polish. Because that'll be Bakelite with a bit of brass in it, and the tube itself is alloy. So that's Kiwi boot polish, so polishing boots. Steve's run of ammo, tarp, grommets, bit of burnt alloy, big World War II wing nut, high quality brass. Now here's the, I'm going to award Steve find of the day here because he got this spill of 5 coins, and they are Hong Kong cents. I've only cleaned one. It's 1933. As you can see, it's Hong Kong 1 cent, 1933. Now that'll be King George the 5th on the back, I guess, but I don't know what the dates of the others are yet. We'll clean them later and have a look at those. He got a beautiful 33 halfpenny, and at the last minute, he right on the death knock, he pulled out a 41 penny. So what a great day out that's been. We've got a really good run of stuff there. I mean, that's pretty awesome run in an old army camp, which at first seemed to have few targets until we changed our settings a bit.
Yeah, we switched over to 0 and started digging anything repeatable, and I took Warren's advice, and then all of a sudden coins started coming out of the ground. So yeah, you learn that this ground is super hot out here. Yeah, we've got a ground balance 90, 91, and there's patches that are actually really reactive. So Vortex, no trouble handling it. Both the 5x8 and the Viper both got really good finds here and pinged out all these coins and relics. So thanks for watching our video, and happy fosking. Bye for now.